Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Jack Talks Bikes, and today I'm going to explain to you what a slipper clutch is, how it works, and why it stops your rear wheel trying to overtake you when you downshift too aggressively. And by the end of this video, you'll hopefully know why they exist and whether or not you need one. If you're a new rider, learning to rev match, or just want smoother downshifts without unsettling the bike mid-corner, then this is one of the most useful bits of modern motorcycle technology that you're going to be able to come across today. So let's start from the very top then. What is a slipper clutch? Well, at its core, it's a normal clutch that is designed, as the name suggests, to slip on purpose during things like aggressive downshifts and engine braking. Its entire job is to stop the engine from suddenly forcing the rear wheel to slow down faster than it wants to. So smoothing out bad or rushed downshifts so the bike stays stable. That's its main core job. You might now be asking, why does downshifting cause the rear wheel to lock up in some situations? Well, when you downshift, the engine's rotational speed, its revs, has to spin faster to try and match the rotational speed of the rear wheel. Now, if that rear wheel is going faster than the revs can match up to, it causes the rear wheel to lock up. So if you let the clutch out too quickly, or you're too aggressive with your downshifts and you end up with a higher rev range, the engine gets yanked right up instantly, and this causes the rear wheel to lock up, skip along the top of the road, or like chatter along the road surface. And this can, if you're not expecting it, be quite a dramatic experience and a bit of a brown trouser moment. So then, how does this slipper clutch actually work then? Well, in the simplest of terms, inside the clutch are a series of ramps or cams. And when the engine braking gets too aggressive, those ramps slightly separate the clutch plates, which reduce the amount of friction and grip between the plates and lets the clutch slip. It's basically your clutch stepping in to break the connection between the engine and the rear wheel just enough to prevent the rear wheel from locking up and skidding. As a rider, what you'll actually feel is a smoother downshift. So you're going to get no more of that rear wheel skipping along when you aggressively shift down the gears. And when you shift down quickly, you'll find the bike is much more stable when you're entering that corner. Now, this can be a massive benefit on track, but it's very noticeable on the road as well, especially when entering roundabouts or tight bends, or if you get caught out and a corner's coming up and you're having to use engine braking to try and kill some of that speed before getting into the corner. Slipper clutches also give less shock through the drivetrain, which means less wear on the gearbox and chain. And finally, they give a huge confidence boost to beginner riders who may not be used to rev matching or who may find themselves selecting the wrong gear for the conditions that they're riding in. So do you still need to rev match? Is that still a better option? Well, the short answer is yes, but also the long answer is no. If you rev match properly and you get that skill under your belt, everything will always feel much smoother. Slipper clutch or no slipper clutch. But if you mess it up, the slipper clutch is going to stop that mistake from turning into something much more expensive and painful. Now, as I always say with these kind of videos, nothing's perfect and there are various downsides, although in this particular case, there's not many. The first one I'll talk about, I say in all of them, because these things are more technologically advanced, then cost is going to be higher compared to a standard clutch. The slipper clutch has more moving parts, more components, and that's going to equal more money when it comes time to replace it. Clutch feel is also something that riders do report back on, saying they feel less mechanical and a bit lighter. And finally, they won't fix terrible technique. You're still going to be able to upset the bike, so it's still worth practicing your gear changes and not relying so heavily on just having a slipper clutch. Now, before I give my opinion on whether you should get one or not, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsors of this week's video. As long-term subscribers will know, True Tension, these guys here, have been backing the channel since day one, and they offer a whole line of motorbike maintenance tools and security devices as well as cleaning equipment, and you guys can get 30% off by using the code that I am displaying on the screen right now. So if you're after bike cleaning gear, affordable security, bike covers or tools, head over to their website using the affiliate link that I've dropped in the description below to grab yourself some of the gear. I've also tried to partner up with a wide selection of brands that offer you guys the best deals and discounts to cover all your security and maintenance and biking gear needs. There's a bunch of other affiliate links in the description below from the various names that I'm displaying on the screen right now. And if you buy through those links, you'll be supporting my channel financially, but most importantly, you will not be paying a penny more than the usual asking price because the brands themselves pay me a small slice of commission. Anyway, that's enough of me advertising. Let's get back to the video and answer the question, should you care about getting a slipper clutch? Honestly, my personal opinion, yes, absolutely. They reduce rear wheel lockups massively, and they smooth out rush downshifts and increase confidence and forgiveness when it comes to learning a new bike. So any mistakes you make aren't going to bite you straight in the backside as soon as you make that mistake. It's one of those bits of tech that makes riding easier without even thinking about it. So in summary, whether you're a new rider or a more seasoned rider, a slipper clutch will stop rear wheel hop, smooth out aggressive downshifts, keep the bike stable in corner entry, and save both your gearbox and your nerves. So if your bike's got one, go and enjoy it. And if it doesn't, don't panic. Riders have survived for decades without them. Mostly. If you enjoyed this video or you've learned something, then please hit that like button. Click my face over here somewhere on the screen to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. It doesn't cost you a penny, so go and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, you can join up to my memberships by clicking the join button below. And if you just want to find out more about bikes, then click over here because I've done a video all about upside down forks. Ride safe, thank you for watching, and whatever you're doing for the rest of your day, I hope you have a good one.